and welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. So what I am going to do now, guys, I'm going to exit out and let's start modification with the interface and so on. You see this open space, I'm going to add some buildings, trees and so on. So let's exit out. There we go. Now first of all, let's take care of the skybox first. Okay, let's come in here and just take care of that. Yeah, you see the sky here. Let's go to Windows and select rendering, select lighting, and inside lighting you come in here and select environment. Then you see the skybox material, come right here, click on that. So let's scroll right up. Yeah, the choice is yours, but I'm going to kind of like settle for this one. Okay, I've already clicked on it and there, and just close this dialog as well. Okay, just close that. There we go. That is how the sky looks like for now. Let me run it and you guys see what I'm talking about. And right there, guys, look at that. That is beautiful. So let him walk around. Is there any other way back in? Yeah, but there's no way in there. Let's go this way. Right, that is good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is let's add some buildings, trees and so on just to make it look lively. Okay, let's stop that. Right, before I add the buildings and so on, my background, that is the plane, I want to change that very background. I need more rooms for my buildings and so on. So what I'm going to do is, if you guys can still remember the building constructor, so let's double click on the building constructor itself. What I need is, I need a prefab in there. Let's go into that's what I need, the one that says land. We're gonna drop that in there. Okay, so you see what's happening. So let's go to the position. I'm just going to change the position to 0 by 0 by 0. There we go. Now let's come into my plane here. That is my plane. If I run it, let's run it and you see how it's going to look like before I do any other thing. Yeah, you see what's happening. My plane and the land that I just added is kind of like struggling. Who will be in control? So I'm going to end that. And let's select the plane and just uncheck that, and that should take care of that. So if I run it, let's see this land. Okay, I'm going to make this size. Let's see the size of the land anyway. Just want to see how big the land is. Let's see. That's good. It's actually huge enough for me. But the other problem is this guy can now jump. You see that? He can now jump just over there. No. So let's come back in here. It's either I reduce the rate at which it's jumping, or just move this land back down a little bit. I can say minus 0.5 and let's see what's going to happen. Minus 0.5 seems to leave some gaps underneath there. I can see that. Look at that. So let's say minus 1. Let's see what's going to happen with minus 1. If that's not promising, then we change the rate of jumping. Okay, minus 1 seems to work, so that's good. It cannot jump over it anymore. And the land as well, if you want, you can always increase the size to the scale to 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. That would be a little bit wider. Let's see how that's going to look like. There we go. Straight to the horizon. Now we can add our buildings wherever we want. Okay, so let's end that. Now I'm going to change the gizmo. Let's change it to top view and you guys see what I'm talking about. Look at that. We have huge area to fill. Let's add some buildings to this thing. First of all, let's come in here. Let's go to White City and double click on White City. I think that is White City there. Go to the prefab buildings. There we go. Look at some beautiful buildings there. I'm going to grab hold of this one and let's dump it through somewhere here. I can't see that properly. Let's change the angle. Look at that. So I'm going to move it away from there. Just maybe place it somewhere there. Very huge. Yeah. So let's run it and see that. Let's see. Okay. That's White City for you. Alright. That seems a little bit too wide though, but seems to cover quite a bit. Alright. So let's exit out. Maybe move. Just push it back a little bit more. It should be a bit further away from the maze. Alright, so we can add some trees, even roads if we want, but remember it's all about maze. It's not about roads. Okay, exit out. Let's add more buildings. Now let's look for more high-rise building. Maybe this one. Let's place that one somewhere here. And this one here. That is good. Alright, run. There we go. Okay, exit out. I'm just gonna add more buildings and make this thing looks a bit lively. Okay, let's see what kind of buildings do we want again. Let's grab hold of this one, place it right here. They don't have to look like the same, so just place that there. Alright, and some more here. And I'm going to make this one 90 degrees. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's add trees to give it a bit of life. Trees and trees in there. We're going to have to add some trees into the maze anyway. Let's add some random trees around. Yeah. Control D, copy, move it that way. Right. Run. Let's see how that's gonna look like. Okay, we have some trees in there. Alright then, so let's just finish up adding those trees and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay guys, I have my trees in place, but there's something I need to do. Look at the whole trees. It's kind of like messy, so I'm going to come back into my hierarchy here, just create an empty game object. I will drag all the trees in there, so just call it trees. That's it right there. Select all of the trees and just drag them straight into the empty game object. There's more trees, or there are more trees there. Bring them up. Yeah, select it all and just drag them straight into your folder. There we go. I'm also going to create another one for the buildings. So you can right click and just select empty. And I will call that buildings. There. Grab hold of the buildings. Drag them straight in there. Now it's kind of like looking a little bit tidy. That's good. We now have enough room to work. So the next thing that I want to do now, let me just run it. Double click on the player amateur first, then you guys see what I'm talking about. That's it. Let me run it. You see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's click on run. That's coming up now. There we go. There. And what I want to try and achieve is I want the amateur to be able to walk all the way and go up the roof of a cabin that I'm going to add from the starter asset. So I'm going to exit out. There. And let's go into the starter asset there. And I'm going to, let's open up environment, and inside the environment go straight to the prefab, and this is the cabin that I'm talking about. I'm going to grab that, just dump it somewhere. Now we also position some of these cubes around. Let's see, maybe let's create an empty game object that I would call environment. There. And grab this and this, just move them in there. Right. And let's grab some more of this. So I'm going to speed up the whole arrangement of this, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. I think that will do really. So let's run it and see how that's going to look like. So the whole target is for him to get right on top of that very cabin. So let's come walk all the way and see. There we go. There. So that is the target. Let's keep going. And there we go. Yeah, that's fine. Keep going. All the way to the cabin. See that, guys? There. And with that, I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful maze tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. And please do subscribe to this channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now. And bye for now.